Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mistica here, and welcome back to Cupid, a visual novel. So we're going to continue where we last left off, and first and foremost I want to go ahead and apologize for the fact that it's been at least about, 2 weeks since our last upload. First off, the past couple did, and I was staying on top of things, and everything was going good. And I figured near the beginning of January, which was the last episode we uploaded, I figured, okay, well, I'll get on recording the next episodes. But here's the problem, of course. January starts up, so that means anyone who's on holiday vacation came back from wherever they vacationed from, and unfortunately, what did they bring with them? Nothing but diseases, sadly. So I ended up catching a cold. It was pretty bad during that week, and I honestly didn't feel like I was up to par in order to even record or do the next episode, because honestly I sounded pretty terrible. It was a mess. But the point is, I'm back. We're back on this, and hopefully we can get back to the game. So we are now picking up where we last left off. Let's see, I guess we are fast forwarding a bit into the future. It seems like these two, are married now. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens. So starting off with Catherine. You're lying. Lady Claudette saw you in Nimes. Tears and snot ran down her face. She was holding a vintage 1610 bottle of wine. She gripped the neck of the bottle and flung it at the wall where Guillemot was standing. He ducked just in time to avoid the glass. Sherry. Don't you sherry me, you bastard. Ooh, wow, she's really mad. Can we not take it out on my wine collection again? Oh, sure, 'cause your wine's that important to us. Stop, Catherine, you're going to hurt yourself. Hurt myself? Like you care. You tell me you're off to Avignon last weekend, but you're actually in Nimes? Why are you making this into a huge deal? So I had a stopover at a neighboring town. It's alive, you admit things. I told you at the very start of this relationship, Guillemot. I want 100% honesty from you. And I've told you as well. I have a reputation. Rumors follow me. Idle mouths can't help but chatter. Did you know that Lady Claudette once indecently proposed to me? And right in her husband's birthday gathering as well. So what? That is all beside the point. You know what they say. Where there is smoke, there is fire. How about a name to further torch the bush? Lalaine de Monteclair. Lalaine is the shop girl of the town, a nice girl. Or at least, I surmise from all those 3 times I made the mistake to enter her shop, it looks like. Is there anything else you would like to insinuate? Okay, nothing at all, sire. Oh, she said, oh, whoops, sorry. Why, is there anything I should know? Guillemot sighed and tried to speak calmly. Sherry, I promised you when we got engaged, didn't I? I will be faithful to only you. There is no one else. But Catherine gritted her teeth. Again with this. You are more vague than a monkey's spit. Wait, what? You're more vague than a monkey's spit. Oh, okay. Answer me straight right now, yes or no. Are you having an affair? Oh boy. I think most people's word of advice is if you're suspecting something's going on, chances are there probably is. Guillemot threw his hands up in annoyance. Mary, Catherine, I am not. I have already answered this. Why does it seem like you only hear what you want to hear? I just want to understand everything and make it crystal clear. Is that so bad? Now explain to me what Lady Claudette, you are taking that bitter, conniving woman's words over mine. Well, I try to get information from the source, but the source isn't very reliable. Guillemot's shoulders slumped in an irritated surrender. She heard him curse under his breath. I am tired of this, Cath. This is a waste of time. What is the point of this if we keep going round in circles? Catherine snuffled, wiping her nose savagely with her hand. You always do this. You go off on a tangent and pick things apart. You don't even listen to my side at all. Could you stop acting like a child for 1 minute? Maybe then we can have a real conversation. A conversation with a liar is always one-sided. Catherine grabbed 2 bottles this time. Oh boy. Wow, okay. What would happen if she brought the 2 bottles crashing in front of her? Would the pieces of glass stab her face? Her eyes, maybe? What a random thought. The morbid picture gave her an out-of-body experience. It was a nasty fight, depressingly familiar. But they were dancing to the same tune once again. Here be the lovers. Enter left, the hothead. Ooh, I like the music. Watch her dance with anger blazing. Tears are sparkling bitter rage. The fight goes on until she's spent. The reasons hazy in her head. Pan right. The rake. Both the victim and accused. Words are poison or an unlit fuse. Migraines taunt his pride and temper. He grudgingly takes on logic's mantle. The words they throw reach fever pitch. The dance will crest, he'll choose to leave. Enough of this, he says in rage. Temper rising, he exit frame. Her unspent fervor burning hot. She cries it off, that cowardly sod. What did you expect, she asks herself. He'll take abuse of a bowed head? The least he could do, her anger shouts. A hint of guilt, a hint of doubt. The migraine throbs as he is pacing. Annoyed and angered, his face aflush. Capricious woman, irrational. He shakes his head with a tired breath. Yet he basks in torture and savors the taste. This is love, he nods. This is love, he says. Not really, dude. Love and pain go hand in hand. It is painful, yes, but never bland. He nips a morsel and takes a bite. Exquisite, he trembles. A rush. A charge. He feels his heart is struck by love. Decides that it is worth the gripe. A dainty flower he must protect. To watch it bloom until it's ripe. I didn't realize we were doing poetry here. But not right now, he says, still sore. His pride's too hard to swallow whole. Well, that didn't rhyme. Hours pass, he wouldn't call. She forms the words she knows will hurt. She plans to cut and make him bleed. Yet when he arrives, she all but weeps. Why'd you leave? I shouldn't have. Are you angry still? I'm here now, love. Boy, this is about as bad as a cheesy soap opera. Her arms are snug upon his neck. He'll promise to change, to do what's best. For both their sakes, he admits he's wrong. A little lie to complete the song. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you love. Really? Oh, why'd it go black? Just tell me when you're tired of me or when you find some other pretty thing, you bastard. Oh, now we're back to normal. Catherine slipped back to her brain just as the last sentence left her lips. If you're going to leave me, then just leave. Stop playing me for a fool. This was a new tempo. She dropped the bottles to her sides but did not let go. He noticed the change of song and timed his step accordingly. Okay. Well, that would have actually been a good moment to actually literally have a change in song here, but whatever. I never once thought or treated you like a fool. I love you. I'm never going to leave you. New tears churn and bubble from her eyes. Liar. It was her turn to leave this time, and she did. He was left to perform a solo. Contemplation, regret, penance. A vow of new beginnings forming in his head. And we went black again. Ah, here we go. There's Rosa. Kath? Rosie Wosie. Is Catherine drunk? Catherine stumbled into Rosa's room that evening, drunk to high... Oh, yes, she is drunk. Drunk to high heaven. Her half-lidded eyes surveyed Rosa's meager space. She let herself fall on the bed, regretting it instantly. The ceiling spun in a waltz of throbbing headaches and acid-laced throats. Bad idea. Catherine stood up and her wobbly legs tripped her. Rosa caught her and sat Kath on her small bed. My goodness, you stink of alcohol. She propped some pillows behind her back and fixed the stray hairs that had littered her face. Thanks, hun. You're a dear. How much have you had, Kath? Catherine counted on her fingers. Never mind. Would you like some water? Nope. Interesting. Huh? I can almost hear liquid sloshing around in my brain when I shake my head. That's not a good thing. Rosa pursed her lips. Catherine was in no shape to make decisions right now. She stood up to get her something to sober up. But Catherine grabbed Rosa's hand and tugged at it gently. No, you. You sit. Please? Rosa complied. Catherine revealed a bottle about 3/4 full. Snuck another one from Gilly Monster's closet. Serves him right for calling me a child. Rosa began to protest. Catherine paid her no mind. Come on, Rosa. When have we ever drunk ourselves to the point of insanity? That's not a good thing, honey. And I call you my best friend. Catherine took a huge swig of the bittersweet liquid and offered it to Rosa. Rosa examined it carefully and took a mouthful. She gurgled in her mouth, admiring the sweet and sour flavor of the wine. I guess depends on the wine. I've never had anything this rich before. Good, right? It had to be. It's the last bottle. So, had another fight with Shush. Bad wind follows that name. I'm not talking about that egocentric pompadour tonight. We are going to drink. We are going to reminisce. And tomorrow we'll hate ourselves together. Yes, 'cause tomorrow you'll be having a hangover. Agreed? Rosa giggled. If you say so. Oh, crap. I skipped a line. Sorry, I thought the game was being slow. Rosa puffed her cheeks in mock disgust. I guess it's mock disgust. Oops, sorry. Fine. How do you make holy water? How? Boil the hell out of it. Oh, haha, very funny. Very funny joke. Rosa and Catherine were assaulted by fits of hysteric laughter. Catherine felt the muscles of her cheeks ache. That is so bad. I don't even have the words. Catherine wiped the tears of laughter from her eyes. I heard that from one of your suitors, Sire Adrian. Rosa rolled her eyes. How come I always end up talking to your suitors more than you? I must start charging you a fee. I'll pay it with my gratitude. What is wrong with Sire Adrian, anyway? He seems like a nice man. Nice hair, nice teeth, nicely groomed mutton chops. The women laughed. How about Sire Ferrand? He sent you that lovely bouquet of flowers. I'm not interested in a relationship at the moment. At the moment? You don't seem interested ever. I am. Sometimes. It is just hard to connect to people for me beyond physical. Relationships seem out of the question. You don't have any difficulty with me or that idiot in the upper room. It means you're not incapable. That is only because you're my closest friends. Well, there must be someone. Oh, you are so picky. If you go on like that, you might end up an old maid. So be it. I'd rather take care of your children anyway. I shall be the amazing godmother. Catherine smiled wistfully. I'm not sure I want any. What? Children. I love children, but it's a little scary. Catherine bit her lip. What if she becomes her own mother? It was such a terrifying possibility, wasn't it? She barely remembered her mother. Her malady had struck as soon as Catherine was born. She had never called Catherine by her name, not even on the day she had died. All she knew was that their family struggled with that crisis. Her father exhausted and depressed, and her sister forced to grow up too fast. To be a blight to the people you love. How horrible would it be? Catherine. Rosa smiled at her, interrupting her thoughts. You will be a good mother. Your past does not matter. Catherine stared at Rosa, almost enchanted at her ability to know what she was thinking. She really was her best friend, wasn't she? The thought warmed her heart. You really think so? Yes. The fact that you are so concerned about them before they're even born speaks much of your kindness. Whatever happens, those children will grow up loved. Catherine blushed and changed the subject. Oh, we're out of booze. We finished it. I'm quite buzzed. Hey, remember the first time we drank? You mean the party or the potato incident? Okay. Of course I meant the potato incident. Oh, how can I forget? Rosa burst out laughing. That was hilarious. Wench, stop laughing. I almost went to jail. Goodness, I was so stupid. Rosa laughed again. Amen. Hey, you're supposed to say no, Catherine. We do dumb things when we're young. Catherine, we do dumb things when we're young. It's about time you learn your lesson. I can't wait to tell your children endless tales of your shenanigans. Wench. Tut-tut. Catherine grabbed Rosa's waist and attempted to tickle her, but Rosa slipped away laughing. Catherine's stomach lurched and she stopped, her hands still hugging Rosa's waist. The room spun, but it wasn't unpleasant. She felt like being gently rocked in a cradle. She closed her eyes and smiled. She took in Rosa's scent, always smelling slightly like apples. Rosa scratched her head and smoothed her hair. This is nice. Yes. Rosa? Thank you for being with me. Of course. No, I mean... She sat up on the bed. You've been with me all my life. You're my oldest friend. When we first met, I didn't have many friends. I just studied my piano lessons night and day, because it's all I ever knew to do. It was all I had. Maybe that was why I begged Papa to let you stay with us. I was so happy. Rosa smiled fondly at the memory. You were there for me, always. That sounds disgustingly melodramatic. You're drunk. I understand. They laughed again. Would you like to hear something worse? What? You changed my life. That is worse. Rosa smiled fondly as she played with Catherine's hair. I'm the lucky one, Catherine. You took me home and treated me like I was family. I wouldn't have known what a real family was like without you. Papa Francis and Emily. Even if Papa Francis always did avoid me, I knew he cared for me like his own. Yes, why is that? That was why I liked him. He was a good man. And you know, Gilmay was almost family too. Catherine made a face at the mention of the man, but her eyes softened. I miss my father. Me too. There was a pause. Catherine shifted awkwardly in her skin. Can I tell you a secret? Of course. Gilmay and I, we haven't had intercourse. Oh, really? Huh. They're married and they haven't become intimate. That's interesting. Recently? No, I mean, at all. Oh. Rosa cleared her throat. I see. After all these years? Well, after the first time, never again. Rosa blushed. Her head knitted together images of the two people she considered her friends. Rosa tried to push them away, but all she was able to do was paint the warped fantasies in gossamer and fuzz. She cleared her throat. Is that why you have separate rooms even, when we moved here to the chateau? No, that was his idea. He's very peculiar with his sleep. I imagine we'll be keeping the separate bedrooms even when we get married. Oh, so they're not married yet. Okay. I don't really mind. Well, your wedding is soon, isn't it? Perhaps you were just nervous. No, I don't think it's like that. Recently we'd get intimate, but I always stopped when things got too sultry. Oh. He gets upset sometimes, but he says it's all right. Well, I mean, if you're not ready, you're not ready. I mean, for goodness sake, there's no shame in that. Catherine looked down ruefully on her toes. He doesn't push me into it. I should be glad. But don't you think it's strange? What if I stay like this even after we get married? I don't understand why. Sometimes I get these doubts, and I wonder why they are there. Isn't that unfair for him? I just feel like there is something wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with you, but it makes me really insecure. This lack of, what if he's getting it somewhere else? It drives me crazy. And believe me, I want to. I just can't for some reason. Huh. I wonder if she's having some sort of issue. This is actually very interesting. The fact that she's saying that she does want to become intimate with Gilmay, but she just doesn't feel the drive for it, it seems like what she's saying. I mean, there could be a lot of issues with that. It could be that maybe just deep down she truly isn't ready. Maybe she just doesn't feel like he's right for her. Or it could even be something, biological with her. It could be relating to hormones. It could be relating to all sorts of things. But of course, during this time period, there'd be no way of them really knowing. Especially considering how limited medicine was back at this time. Let's see. Okay, let's go and continue. Let's see. I just can't for some reason. Okay, here we go. I get this horrible feeling I can't explain. Rose examined Catherine's face and came to a conclusion. It took me a while to understand sex. These sudden, no-nonsense comments surprised Catherine. Rosa went on. I was the same as you. I'd always had an adverse feeling for it. Like it's dirty and that I should be ashamed for enjoying it. I'd always thought love would make sex clean. But that's not how it works. There are two separate things. So just because you don't like sex, it doesn't mean you don't love him, Kath. Catherine looked up at her. Why do you even care so much to hurt him? What do you think love is? The warm feeling returned to Catherine's heart. How do you do that? Huh? You always know the right thing to say. Always. Rosa blushed at this, suddenly aware that they were still in a loose tangle of an embrace. I've read a lot of smart books lately. She tried to diffuse the situation with a laugh, but Catherine didn't drop her look. Candlelight played pretty shadows on her skin. It illuminated the glint in her eyes, the moist on her lips. Oh, this should be interesting. Rosa felt the warmth of the alcohol rise up to her face. Her heartbeat increased steadily. Anyway, maybe you'll feel better about it when you are married. You were probably just nervous about the whole thing. She made attempts to curl away from Catherine's arms. Slowly, subtly run away. Disperse the proximity. But she couldn't run away from her stare. Catherine's hand caressed Rosa's face. She touched her scars daintily, tracing them with her fingers. You're really pretty, Rosa. Especially when you smile. Thank you, I think. You don't believe me? I don't think I am. I look in the mirror and I see a freak. Rosa, that's not true. It is fine. I liked being a freak. I wanted to be ugly. I used to bind my breasts and hide in the shabbiest clothes I could find. Rosa touched her eye. This was penance, she remembered herself saying, for being a sinner and a freak, for attracting attention and spite, for dressing nicely, for letting her hair grow long. But really, I did this to myself, to hide. To hide? Rosa's mouth quivered. I thought people don't touch ugly things. But the truth is they do. So what I'd rather be is invisible. Catherine wrapped her arms around Rosa's neck. She heard Catherine sniff and wipe tears behind her embrace. Aww. She pushed Rosa's hair away and kissed her defective eye. You're not a freak and you're not ugly. I love every part of you. They're all beautiful. Rosa forgot how close they were now, forgot Catherine's hands on her own. How was somebody who accepted her, with all her faults and ugliness? You always made me feel I'm worth something. Because you are. You are beautiful, Rosa, inside and out. Rosa saw her face reflected in Catherine's eyes. In them she did indeed look beautiful. A lump formed in Rosa's throat. Catherine's face hovered above her cheek. She planted a little seed of a kiss on it, just barely away from her lips. Rosa kissed her nose in return. It made Catherine giggle. At first the kisses were sweet, innocent. Uh-oh. This isn't good. The kind of punch-drunk kisses that sent them both into bouts of giggling. But Catherine's hand caressed her neck. The kisses lingered. Lips melded. Hands explored. And this is when problems happen. And Rosa sucked on Catherine's tongue inside her mouth. And this is not good. This is what happens when you get drunk. Wine. Candle wax. Spit. This is bad. That was what it... Why would your mouth taste like candle wax? That makes no sense. That was what it tasted like. That depends. What would you know what candle wax tastes like? Anyway, Rosa's head began to swoon. Catherine's hand squeezed her right breast. Tripe. Grapes. This is not good. Plush. What? Whoa. Rosa began to taste more of her. What the heck? Longing. Regrets. Tears. The sensation of flavor she had never tasted before hovered at the edge of her tongue. Suddenly she was hungry for it. What the... Oh, what's going on? Take it all. Rosa savored the taste. She breathed deeply. All mine. Child. I want it. Her heart. I want her heart. This is not good. Her love is sweet. Listen to my voice. Mother? But I'm so hungry. So hungry. What is going on? Stop. Rosa flung her eyes open. A sinking feeling of menace overcame her. No. Rosa pulled away. She pushed Catherine away from her face. Catherine's eyes snapped open, startled by Rosa's outburst. Why did you stop? Greedy, selfish bitch. She blinked for a few seconds. A look of horror creeped on her face. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... No, Kath. Rosa couldn't stand the hurt in her eyes. She was probably blaming herself. Rosa wanted to shout how wrong she was, but the lump in her throat became a rapacious mouth. A tumor had grown inside of her. A parasite. She could feel it pulse and slither inside her neck. She couldn't speak at all. Catherine wobbled off the bed. She wiped her mouth and cheeks, which were covered with a thin layer of drool. Ew. I'm so sorry, Rosa. I'm going to leave now. Kath. Good night. Rosa should have followed her, but when she tried to stand, the floor twirled. She choked at the flavor left in her throat. Sick and cloying, sticky sweet like honey. The taste both repulsed and enticed her. Thick spit leaked out of her mouth. She felt the urge to vomit. This is nothing, Mother. Just a bad after effect of alcohol. No. Please don't call me that. It was an accident. Everything is fine. She would walk to hello. See, I'm not reading straight, good lord. She would talk to Catherine tomorrow, assure her that this was not her fault. The music is really getting annoying. Everything was fine. There was an urgent knock at Gilmay's door. The clock read 2:15 in the morning. Oh wow, is this his bedroom? Dang, it's pretty nice, shoot. Got a little picture over here, canopy sort of. This is a nice looking bedroom. Anyway, the clock read 2:15 in the morning. He closed his journal and stood up from his desk. Yes, coming. He opened his door. Catherine stood in front of him, her cheeks stained with hastily wiped tears. Oh, good lord. Kath? Gilmay, can we talk? Oh, isn't it quite late? Isn't it quite late? Sure. Please, it's urgent. Alright. Gilmay led her inside. Lady, you smell like my vintage bottle of Bourgogne? Did you get so drunk you actually thought of apologizing first? I didn't think I'd see the day. Oh, he is still a charmer. Good lord. Sherry, what's wrong? Catherine's thumb went to her mouth without thinking. How could she even begin to tell Gilmay what she had done? Oh boy, let's see. How much further? Well, how long have we been recording? Almost 30 minutes. Okay, it'll be fine. Honey, I was really upset with you today. So despite any good sense, I went and got myself drunk. This time I dragged Rosa along with me. Things have a tendency to go out of hand when alcohol is involved, as you know. Long story short, I came onto Rosa. You know Rosa, the girl who's almost like my sister? Yes, I may have forced myself on her. And I did that right after she told me that she'd been abused before. Well, that sucks. She felt Gilmay's hand take her thumb away from her mouth. Kath. She looked at her fingers in horror. Her habit had surfaced again. She thought she had gotten rid of this as she grew up, replacing the nail-biting with a meticulous, almost obsessive care for her fingers. My fingers are my livelihood. I must take care of them. Now the nails were chewed down to jagged stumps, and a couple of them had tiny blistering cuts. I don't like that picture in my head. Kath, can you talk? Catherine's eyes snapped back to Gilmay, as if he had just materialized in the room beside her. So yes, like I was saying, darling. Which is the worst thing? What do you think? This implied incest, my abuse of my best friend, or my infidelity to you? Or if that doesn't cut it, dear, may I divulge to you one last point? I felt something worrying when I kissed her. Excitement. If she hadn't stopped me, something else would have. It felt so real. It didn't feel like a mistake. It felt like it had always been there, very deeply. So much so that it felt like cheating. It was like a craving. I wanted it. It was something I haven't felt with you when we... Why is this happening? I don't know. I don't even know who I am anymore. Kath, you're scaring me. Tell me what's wrong. What do you mean tell me what's wrong? Were you not listening? She just revealed to you that she pretty much came on to her best friend and almost like a sister. They were starting to make out and almost went sexual, and you're really... Man is not good listening, apparently. He's not a good listener right now. Would you still want to marry me? Would you still love me if you knew? I wouldn't. I can't even look at myself in the mirror. But I think I know who I am now. I am a selfish, depraved bitch. Wow. I've always been the controlling, jealous lover to you. In just one night of drunken frenzy, I went and took advantage of the two people I care for the most. Not enough wine to justify this. Oh wait, was she not even speaking out loud in those times? Oh, she might not have even been speaking out loud. She might have been just thinking to herself. Okay, never mind. Okay, hold on. I think actually all those thoughts were just her thinking in her head. I don't think she actually told him out loud, and that's why he kept saying to please talk to me. Okay, I misunderstood. My bad. I want to call off the engagement. At first, Catherine saw that Gilmay treated it as a joke, but the panic in his eyes set in immediately. What? I said I'm calling off the engagement. And that's where we're going to leave it. Good lord. Okay, so, I think this is a good way to return back into this series. So, what does this mean now, next time? Does this mean they will not be married? Does it mean there's something wrong? I mean, what's the deal? I can't help but wonder. Cannot help but wonder right now, but still, it's actually, let me go ahead and save this. Yes, save. Did I save it? Yes. Okay. Alright, so this is, I think, a good stopping point right now. Because why not? We already have all sorts of craziness. We have anger. We have drunken stupor. We have lust. We have all sorts of things. This really is like a soap opera. And once again, as I said, I do apologize if it took me so long to, pick up where I last left off. Like I said, I gotten sick, but you know what? I'm back now. And I'm now looking forward to see what happens next time. Definitely looking forward, because this is now really starting to get interesting. But regardless, if you enjoy this series so far, I know this so far is looking like it's one of the longer ones. We're already getting up to 6. This is actually going to be the 6th episode, and good lord, I still can't tell how far along we are going here. But, if you enjoyed it, you know the drill. Like, fave, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with that said, I will see you guys around later. Much. Bye.